Hey guys, Vance here. So in our last video, we talked about tuning, what it really means, the stages, and why it's more than just slapping on parts and hoping for the best. Ever had a car scream down the street, sounding like it just got rejected from Fast and Furious auditions, only to see it crawling like it's late for church? Yeah, that's what we call all bark and no bite. But hey, no judgment. This isn't a roast, it's a mirror, a lovingly polished carbon fiber mirror to help you figure out if your car is actually balanced or just screaming for attention. Not every bell that sounds tuned is actually balanced. So today we are diving into the art of balance in car builds. Because while the streets may love noise, the track or the dyno tells the truth. So buckle up. This one's for anyone who's ever wondered if their ride's more show than go. Right, we are going to start with a common misconception. Sound is not always equivalent to speed. Let's address the elephant with a straight pipe in the room. Loud doesn't always mean fast. Anyone can slap on a cutback exhaust and call it stage 3 vibes. But the question is your build functional or is it just theatrical? We're not saying quiet cars can't win races, but if your build sounds like a fighter jet and moves like a scooter, it might be time for a reality check. Think of it like Jim Bros. Just because he grunts loud doesn't mean he's lifting heavy. Loud cars are fun, but here's the catch. A balanced build sounds tuned, not just tortured. Can you tell the difference between a tuned exhaust note and a cry of help? If not, you've just unlocked stage 0.5. For you to get a balanced build or a proper build, you need to get the three things right: power, handling, and reliability. So let's look at the balance triangle. A proper build sits on those three things we just mentioned. We'll start with power. More power is like more followers. Impressive, but not always useful. If you max out just one side, congratulations, you've built a headache. You may win dyno sheets and lose drivability. You may drift beautifully but change gearbox like socks. If you're pushing 600 horsepower on stock tires with open diffs, you're not a tuner, you are an adrenaline scientist, testing Newton's third law with every corner. Balanced builds consider usable power, not just peak numbers. Can you actually use it? Or are you just creating wheel spin content for social media? Real speed isn't felt in a straight line, it's in the corners. It's how confidently you can dive into a turn without praying to the aftermarket gods. Slammed to the floor with 20-inch rims and stretched tires, cool look, but rides like a brick in a shopping cart. Finally, on the balance triangle, we have reliability. A true balanced build doesn't shout, it whispers, but influences speed. Everything flows: steering, braking, acceleration. No one part is dragging the others. It's like jazz, except louder and with tires more. It's about equilibrium. Your car shouldn't feel like a math error when pushed. Next, we have mods or modifications if you like. There's a difference between adding parts and building your car. Tuning isn't stacking mods, it's synergy. Some mods scream, I skip the fundamentals louder than your exhaust. Example, pop and bang maps. You tuned your car to backfire like it's coffee. Cute. Big turbo, stock internals, living dangerously out. Race stickers with stock suspension. Well, you're winning visually. So if you've thrown on intakes, turbos, exhaust, and haven't touched the ECU, you didn't tune your car. You gave it a personality crisis. The key here is intent. Do your mods support each other? As a tuner, it will reach at some point you'll definitely want to know if your build is actually balanced. So here are some checkpoints for balance. Does it stop as well as it goes? Big power needs big brakes. Can you use the power, or does it spin out like a toddler on sugar? Are your cooling temps under control, or do you pray at every traffic light? How does it feel to drive? Confidence isn't the same as chaos. If the car makes you nervous, it's unstable. A truly balanced build doesn't shout, It whispers but in fluent speed. It is important for a tuner to have a tuning concept in mind. There's a difference between a show car, a street car, and a track build. Mixing them blindly is how you end up with a confused car. Track builds are harsh, raw, and precise. Street builds need to be livable. Show builds are eye candy, but try racing one and you'll cry over every pothole. Want to be respected in both garages and group chats? Build with purpose, not peer pressure, because looks fast and is fast are often on opposite sides of a tow track. At the end of the day, your build should reflect you, not your tuner's ego, not Instagram trends. You want to cruise confidently. Don't build to impress strangers. Build to impress your future self, who doesn't want to be stuck in traffic wondering why the car is overheating again. So, is your build balanced or just loud? There's nothing wrong with having a spicy exhaust, but when the car is making more noise than progress, it's time for a rethink. In the end, a balanced build doesn't need to shout. It lets the lap times do the talking. It doesn't just wake up the neighbors, it humbles the competition. Fast is fun, loud is fun, but refined chaos, that's art. So next time someone asks what your car runs, don't just quote horsepower, quote grip, balance, and feel. That's the real flex. Go forth, build responsibly, and remember, a real sleeper doesn't shout, it proves. Hit like if you enjoyed the video.